look at her, just keeps on getting better with her hand in mine. So we're walking by the shore.
Hey ladies, so today I am here to do Revelynne's 2-month update. She is going to lay in the back here and I will bring her up for you guys to see at the end. I actually already filmed her portion and I'm just going to insert that because I don't want to upset her. I filmed this once already, imported the footage, and something was weird going on with the lighting. It looked okay though during her portion, so I'm just going to redo the actual talking part for you guys. Now you'll see her face is semi-covered. We put a blanket here because she loves to spit out her pacifier, but she still wants it. So she spits it out and then she screams till she gets it back. Then it falls out again and then she cries till she gets it back. So I put a little blanket like right here on her so it keeps it in place. Obviously only when I'm watching her so she doesn't suffocate or something. But yeah, that's why she's very covered. So postpartum wise for me, there isn't too much to update you guys on. I am 8 weeks postpartum, so pretty much everything is just back to normal feelings wise. I did bleed up until 7 weeks, which kind of totally completely sucked. I did have my 6-week appointment with my obstetrician, or now gynecologist, and everything looked good. I was all set to go and no issues, so that is very good. Then really the only things going on right now have to do with breastfeeding, and I just all of a sudden have gotten hit with that crazy breastfeeding hunger. I thought I was going to be one of the lucky ones that didn't get it, because up until the last couple days I actually felt like I was less hungry than before, but the last couple days it's been really bad. I don't know, because I actually had to give up lactose, but I had to give up dairy because of this little one. She was having issues with it, and she isn't the first type of lactose intolerant where they're even allergic to your milk supply. It was just the second type, so I had to cut it out of my diet and it's been very difficult. I am a cheese lover, guys, like I love cheese, but I will do anything for her, and I don't plan to shorten my breastfeeding time at all since I've had to get off dairy. I still want to breastfeed till at least a year old, so having to give up dairy has not changed that. I'm going to continue breastfeeding the same amount that I planned to before, but giving it up has been very hard. No more cheese blocks, guys. This is hard. But she's been a lot better. She hasn't needed gripe water probably in a week and a half, and I've been dairy free now for 2.5 weeks, I think. When she was getting dairy, she would be extremely gassy, and she is still a little bit gassy, but it was almost like the dairy was making it difficult for her to let out that gas. So since I've taken dairy out, she's been able to get it out much easier. So that has been a lifesaver. No more cranky baby anymore. Pretty much now if she cries, she's hungry, she wants to have a diaper change, or she's too hot, something along those lines, or she might be overtired. So those are pretty much the only reasons now. She is still completely scheduled when it comes to sleep-wise. At night, she goes down around 11 p.m. She sleeps anywhere from 6 to almost 8 hours some nights, and then she gets up, she eats, then she goes right back to sleep for another 4, and then she gets up, she eats, and then she goes back to sleep for another 2 to 3 hours, and then just the regular day she might be awake, but she eats about every 2.5 hours then. She has been doing great, and it's nice that she has scheduled herself basically, and she's sleeping at night, just waking up to eat, and then she goes right back down, no issue, so that is fantastic. She's still sleeping in her co-sleeper. I do have an issue with her, and after that initial 6 to 8 hours of sleep, she doesn't want to go back to sleep in her co-sleeper. She wants to sleep in bed with me, which is, I know some people are, oh, co-sleeping, you're gonna suffocate your baby. One, I'm like the lightest sleeper in the world, and she only sleeps in bed with me like right before Ryan wakes up. Like he's like a half hour before he gets up is when she wakes up. He gets up and he goes to work, and then she's just on his side of the bed, so we're on like completely opposite sides, and so there is no fear of her getting hurt. And the fact that I'm the lightest sleeper, she moves a hand and I wake up. That's pretty much been the only issue, is she just doesn't want to go back to sleep in her co-sleeper, unless if for some reason she has a difficult night and she wakes up earlier, she will go right back to sleep in her co-sleeper. It's almost like it's as soon as that daylight starts to hit, she won't go back in her co-sleeper. It's very strange. And she is still swaddled when she sleeps at night. She just sleeps best that way, and she is a face swatter, so she doesn't scratch or anything like that, but she likes to pull the binky out of her mouth, and she will only go to sleep with her pacifier in. So swaddling her is the best option, because then she can't get it with her hands. Though I don't need to swaddle her feet. She is getting super long now, and so it's harder to swaddle her legs, but as long as her hands are swaddled, she's good. So other things developmental wise with her, she has been cooing and talking a lot. Obviously talking by, I mean cooing. She coos all the time. She also does this kind of sad cooing sometimes where she doesn't want to cry, but she wants to talk to you, but she wants something and she's sad that she doesn't have it. And so she has like this sad coo. It's really cute and sad at the same time, but she does talk to us all the time now. At her 2-month appointment, she was talking non-stop to her pediatrician, which was pretty funny. She actually did really good at her pediatrician appointment. She was completely, did not cry throughout all of like the weighing and getting stripped down. She was perfectly fine, which was different because the last other appointment she was not like that, but it was nice. She was just talking to her pediatrician and it was really cute. And she smiles non-stop. You can smile at her, you can ask her to smile and she'll smile. We haven't been like crazy doing the elimination communication, but I am still doing it. I actually noticed that she stopped peeing when we opened her diaper, and I was scared that perhaps we just kind of got lazy with it, and so she had just started peeing in her diaper before. But because before, if you guys remember, I think I told you, she wouldn't pee in her diaper when she was awake. She would only pee in it when she was asleep. And so we'd have to take the diaper off and we'd make this sound and she would pee on command. And so I was kind of worried that we just kind of got lazy with it, and so she no longer was waiting to pee. But I sat there and her diaper was completely dry, and it had been dry for probably an hour or so after she woke up. So she had it on before she went to sleep. She went to sleep for like a little bit, woke up, and it had been an hour and she still hadn't peed. And I sat there for probably 5 minutes waiting for her to pee, like just holding it open a little, waiting for her, and she wouldn't. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put her on the potty. And I put her on the potty. Sure enough, she peed right away. So now I don't know if she just wants to pee on the potty, even though it's confusing because she hates sitting on the potty. She cries, but she would only pee on the potty, not just laying on the changing table like she used to. So I don't really know what she wants. But it does seem that she still doesn't want to pee in her diaper, which is good. We're just kind of being pretty lenient with the elimination communication. The cool thing about it is if you want to do it, it's not an all or nothing, and you don't have to put like all your cards in and always putting her on the potty and making sure you always make this sound. You just kind of can do it when you want. And any little bit of elimination communication helps. So that has been going well still, I guess. She is now also completely out of newborn clothes. She does still fit them widthwise, which I'll tell you her weight. She is smaller for her weight. She does still fit them widthwise, but she does not fit them lengthwise at all anymore. So she is completely in 0 to 3 month. A few of them are a little bit too baggy, but it works. And so she is out of newborn, and I've actually started packing her newborn stuff in a box to go away for our next child if we have one. So at her last appointment, which was Monday, and I'm filming this Wednesday, she was 10 pounds, 14.6 ounces. And that is the 38th percentile. So she is a little thinner. But she was not overly thin or anything. My pediatrician was not worried about that. She gained a proper amount of weight from her last appointment to this one. She's just a skinny baby. And then her height was 22.84 inches, and that is only the 66th percentile. So she's pretty much average, just like a tiny bit above average. I don't know what it is with her height, but everyone says she looks super long, and she does look super long, but for some reason she is pretty much average when it comes to percentiles. I don't know if they don't pull her out wide enough. It almost looks like when they measure her length, they don't stretch her enough, and I think that might be why it's slightly off. But she is super long, so I don't know why she's coming out as average. She definitely doesn't seem like average length for a 2-month-old, because even some of her 0 to 3 month pants are a little bit too short. They're kind of like ankle pants. She still hates tummy time, but we did find that on the regular boppy, not this lounger, the one that's up here, right there, the one that I used to feed her, she does like tummy time on that. Now I know on it says tummy time, you shouldn't use it till 4 months old, and I'm pretty sure the reason for that is because of the hole in it. It's too much of a dip for their body, so it is not comfortable for them. So I just put a blanket in that hole, and then she's pretty much just like this. It's where she's happiest for tummy time the longest. She still won't stay in tummy time more than a few minutes without crying, but she is happiest there, and I can actually get her to smile, and she's actually content for a good amount of time. Whereas if I just lay her on our bed or on the floor on her stomach, she screams immediately, and it's terrible. I have gotten her to do tummy time on my stomach for a while, and I've like put her on my arm, like right here on her stomach, and she does that as well. But she seems happiest with tummy time with that, so I'm just gonna keep doing that as long. I mean, I always watch her when she's on tummy time, so I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna do what I want. My kid. So now I will go ahead and pick her up for you guys. The lighting and stuff is going to change because like I mentioned in the beginning, it's actually from the prior filming of this, but you guys will get to see a little bit of her. And I actually had to record this again because when I went back in, I realized I deleted the original one. So she is a little bit crankier now, so I can't like show you guys full view or she'd get upset because she doesn't keep her pacifier in very well, but that's what she wants right now. So here she is. She has a full head of hair still. She loves to look at things. She's staring at the camera right now. She really doesn't have an interest in toys really much at all. Unless it has a mirror on it, then she'll look at herself. But she would much rather just look at her surroundings or watch us than look at a toy. She's really not interested in it. If you put a toy in front of her face, she looks around the toy at what else is going on in the room. Her hair has lightened in the back. It looks a lot lighter than it does in the front. And her hair pretty much just sticks up like this all the time. I could try and brush it down as much as I wanted, but it would never work. So it just constantly sticks up like so. I would try and get her to smile for you guys, but unfortunately with her being tired right now, she just wants to sleep, but I need to get this footage for you guys. So I'm gonna let her go take a nap now. Hope you guys enjoy the Revelyn footage, and we'll get back to whatever I was talking about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I have 3 videos that I'm planning to come your way. One is going to be a cloth diaper review, another is going to be our breastfeeding journey, and then the third one is going to be a tag video so you get to know me a little bit. There's a tag video going around called 100 Questions Nobody Asks, and my friend Brittany or Bits of Paradise here on YouTube tagged me to do it, so I'm going to be doing that one. I think the order is going to be the Charlie Banana review next week, the breastfeeding journey the week after, and then the 100 Questions No One Asks the week after that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have been just loving her. It's our first kid. Of course, we're spoiling her a little, which is fine right now. She has no idea. We've just been enjoying her as much as we can and spending time with her, and it's been a blast. We love being parents, and she is a very good baby, so we feel very blessed in that aspect. But even if she cried a lot, we'd still love her just the same. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Oh, I don't remember what the blog post was. I want to say it was like on Facebook or something. Finally found something useful on Facebook.
And it's like the golden rule. Treat people how you would like to be treated.
But mine more specifically, I think, is wives tend to be more competition-like, just because they look at other wives and they're like, well, I do this, and you don't do that. Why isn't your house always clean? Why aren't you always cooking for your husband? Well, that comes down to mainly that every relationship is different. Every marriage is different. Every parent-to-child relationship is different.